Welcome back to Larry Reidy's America, where the rhythm of history never skips a beat. Today's story takes us back to smoky jazz clubs, bustling dance halls, and the sound that lifted a nation out of the Great Depression. This is a story of a skinny kid from Chicago who turned a wooden clarinet into a national anthem of joy. His name, Benny Goodman. His title, The King of Swing. Benny Goodman was born on May 30th, 1909, the ninth of 12 children in a poor Jewish immigrant family on the west side of Chicago. His father worked hard, a tailor who made ends meet. He barely made ends meet, but he did make ends meet. It was a rough life. But he had a dream to give his kids a better life. At age 10, Benny picked up a clarinet at his local synagogue music program, and within a few years, he was playing in dance bands and on the radio, studying with classically trained musicians and holding his own with seasoned pros. All while still a teenager, the clarinet wasn't just an instrument, it was his voice, his ticket, and his future. By the early 1930s, Goodman had played with the likes of Ben Pollack, Paul Whiteman, but in 1934, he formed his own big band. America was still struggling through the Great Depression. People needed escape. They needed something to dance to feel alive again, and Goodman delivered. In 1935, his band's performance at the Palomar Ballroom in Los Angeles sparked a revolution. Teenagers stormed the dance floor, jitterbugs to songs like King Porter Stomp and Sing, Sing, Sing. The swing era had officially begun. But Benny Goodman wasn't just leading a band, he was breaking racial barriers in American music. At the time when segregation ruled, Goodman hired Teddy Wilson, a black pianist, wonderful pianist, and later added vibraphonist Lionel Hampton and guitarist Charlie Christian to his band. These are great musicians. He didn't announce it, he didn't politicize it, he just did it because they were the best musicians for the job in an America divided by race. Goodman's integrated band stood for something bold, equality on the stage and in rhythm. In 1938, Benny Goodman did something that had never been done before. He brought swing to Carnegie Hall, this cathedral of classical music. Critics thought jazz didn't belong there. Goodman proved them wrong. The concert, which included Don't Be That Way and Sing, 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 was a triumph, a night that transformed jazz from dance hall energy to cultural legitimacy. That performance is now legendary, a defining moment in American music history. Benny Goodman continued to perform for decades, exploring the classical clarinet repertoire while staying true to his swing roots. He received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award and National Medal of Arts, but perhaps his greatest achievement was uniting people with music across racial lines, across economic divides, across generation. He just didn't entertain, he inspired. Benny Goodman's music made Americans swing, not just to a beat, but towards something better. His clarinet soared over the noise of prejudice, pain, and poverty and brought joy to millions. He showed us the best of America is not always found in political or power. Sometimes it's found in the spark of a solo, the drive of the rhythm section, or the courage to do what's right without saying a word. This is Larry Reidy's America, and today we salute the man who made swing a soundtrack of freedom and unity. Until next time, keep dancing, keep listening, and never forget that a single note can change everything. I have one more comment. If you ever get a chance, you can go to YouTube, Sing, Sing, Sing at Carnegie Hall, 1938. It was, a black tie affair. I mean, it was society going there. It was a sellout. And it's probably the best big band musical triumph that's ever happened. It's 10 minutes or 10 or 11 minutes, and highlighting Gene Krupa on drums, Benny Goodman, Teddy Wilson, Harry James on the trumpet. I mean, it's just an unbelievable cast. So if you ever want to hear something that's just really remarkable, listen to Sing, Sing, Sing on YouTube. So anyway, we're not quite 7 minutes, so let's go out with the national anthem. Thanks for listening. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And I will talk to you on the next podcast.